Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, all the things. Oh my God, there's so much going on. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. It is such nice weather where I'm at. It is borderline warm. It is sunny. It is such a beautiful day. I started off the morning by gifting some wonderful people in my life with some Starbucks. So that was fun, like 9 orders. So it took me a little bit to carry it all. It was really nice. And I did my hair and makeup for y'all. Yeah. So tomorrow our oldest daughter has a special event. And so uh I wanted to get my grays gone. And I think I did. I do a L'Oreal coloring treatment at home. But look, I mean, the gray, well, I think the grays are gone. Anyways, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do the grays. I'm going to flat iron my hair. I'm going to put makeup on. So I did. Thank you so much. I do feel better when I do my hair and makeup, but I'm just super, super lazy. It is just so not a party. Like, I love celebrity news and reality TV so much and chatting with y'all that when I go to take time away to do my hair and makeup or something frivolous like that, I'm like, but I could be chatting. There is so much to chat about, y'all. Gigi commented on my Instagram story about Tommy and MJ, which makes me think she's Team Tommy. We need to talk about Jen Shah's airport debacle, if you ask me, when she got off the plane from prison. We need to chat about the Melissa Gilbert post where she's shading definitely Britney Baitman and Jared. And then Britney gets in the comments about her engagement ring. Now we know way more of that is explained. Finally, the news has come out for absolute sure, although we could all see this coming, like, give me a break. Bronwin and Todd are divorcing. I think they've moved out from each other. We got a Megan King Edmonds update. It's not great, so we'll chat about that. Up and Adam used my video. So, oh my gosh, y'all, the way y'all were commenting on my YouTube, DMing me like, Up and Adam mentioned you. It's so amazing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So he didn't tag me, but he did say that I'm amazing. Thank you, Adam. And then he played my whole video, which was about the Jeff Lewis, Tommy coming after him and all of that. So anyways, thank you so much, Up and Adam. I tried to tag him. I don't even know how you tag on YouTube, but on Instagram, it was grayed out. So I don't even think he lets me, or maybe there's some way you can do it where people can only tag you if you follow them. And I don't follow him. I just follow very few, only because it's so overwhelming to have constant circles going on my Instagram telling me that somebody's got a new story up, y'all. Anyways, and then we got some not sad news because we knew he had passed away, but we got a very sad update and some details on Chuck from 90 Day Fiance, which is Elizabeth's father. So anyways, and of course we've got 3 hours worth of stuff to chat about Beverly Hills. I mean, what a freaking episode. Like, so much to talk about. Dorit, the Watch What Happens, the Kyle of it all, the Jennifer Tilly crazy naked paint party of it all. I mean, we just have so much. So get comfortable. I want to know where you're from and what you want to chat about, and join us in on the conversation. Thank you for reminding people to hit the button, the like button. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Y'all are so sweet. Wait, Kimberly J says Bronwyn needs to get the F out of that. I was done after Cherry Gate. Oh my gosh, that was so crazy. He takes the cherry off of her sundae. I'm like, bitch, she needs the calories. You don't need the calories. Don't be taking her cherry off of her ice cream sundae. Oh my goodness. Wait, what? Oh, Lenore says Jen Shah's family was accommodated inside of security at Salt Lake City Airport, I guess you mean. I know exactly where they were. Total BS. It was inside of security. Okay, well, we'll chat about that in a second. Or give me more details on that in a second if you want to. Okay, speaking of Jen Shah, so the video came out of her getting out of prison. We saw from far away her husband hugging her, her 2 adult sons hugging her. It didn't look set up. It didn't look like a TMZ moment of it all, right? Respectful. She is a celebrity. She knows that people are going to have these long Zoom video cameras, what have you. But at the airport, when that video came out on, I think it was TMZ, which said backgrid, backgrid, from my understanding, means that it wasn't a TMZ employee that got the video. It was somebody else that got it, and backgrid gets it, and then they turn around and sell it to TMZ. So TMZ has to give credit to backgrid. But anyways, my problem with it is absolutely not that she's reuniting with her mom and her family and her close friends, although somebody said it was an attorney. It's very Teresa, right? Like, my close friends are my attorney now. Anyways, Teresa Giudice. But my problem was that she's clearly got hair and makeup. You can see the difference from when she was there. I don't even have much of a problem with that. My thing is the showboating of it all. The flowers she was accepting, the lei that her mom put around her neck, the balloons, the signs that said Queen Bee. I'm like, who are these people? Like, she should be still embarrassed. I mean, first of all, she got out early. She didn't do her entire 6.5-year sentence, right? We now know that she is finishing her sentence at home. Okay, I guess on house arrest, if you will. And then she's got to pay like $6 million, $6 million, I repeat, dollars in restitution for all the money that she stole through this marketing scam, primarily targeting the elderly, right? And the very, oh my gosh, it's just crazy. So my problem is with it. I got lots of shit online for having a problem with her showboating of it all at the airport. But I stand by it. I think, knowing that you did all this to the elderly, I would be embarrassed. I would not want to, like, celebrate her publicly, and her standing around and taking pictures. It's not like she's walking through the airport and people are interrupting her, right? Nobody's like shielding her. She should have had sunglasses on, head down, a cap. Like, it should have taken like a lot, like, for someone to even figure out that it was Jen Shah. Instead, she's like standing around, taking pictures, just making a big deal of it all, allowing a big deal to continue happening. You absolutely know she was told that people were going to be there, especially her mother, right? Her attorney. So the fact that she didn't just continue and walk straight through the airport and be like, hey, never mind on that. Meet me at the house. Meet me at this private, rented restaurant, whatever you got to do. I'm going to come in the back entrance, and then we can have these private reunion moments. Be respectful that you screwed over a lot of people, and you still owe a lot of people millions of dollars. And don't like make this a TMZ moment. I thought it was completely disgusting, completely disrespectful of her victims. And I just won't apologize. So anyways, that's true. Christina says, well, they were on her payroll, exactly, with the attorney. That's what these celebrities, that's Bravo, that's who becomes their friends, right? That's why they say it gets lonely at the top. When the Kardashians and stuff end up saying that, like, or whoever, I don't even know if it's Kardashian, but that their stylist is their main person. Like, Howard Stern was very close to his friend and stylist. Oh God, I'm blank. What's his freaking name? He's already passed away. Y'all are going to remind me. Anyways, it's because people get very close to their assistants, their attorneys. They get to where they can't trust people because they sell them out. So I do understand that part of it. So I don't fault that the attorney is a close person with her. I just think from a PR standpoint, the optics looked terrible. It's one thing if she was being very private about it and you could tell, but no, she's literally standing there, like, seeing the camera, almost turning around to get them a better view. You know what I mean? It was really, really gross, if you ask me. So that's all we're going to say about that. I don't know what she's going to do to raise this money. I don't know if her husband is still a paid coach at college football. I don't know if her kids, or who are 31 and 21 now, have good paying jobs to help pay this money back. I mean, don't think that they probably, AKA Erica Jane, didn't, get rewarded for some of the schemes that she was doing. Don't think that nice house and the the cars and the college tuition and the clothes and what have you weren't help paid for by that marketing scam that she went to prison with or from. Anyways, that's all we're going to talk about that. Okay, so Gigi, yes, Gigi from Shawls of Sunset and soon to be the Persian or the Valley Persian Life, whatever it's called, that's coming out January 8th. She apparently had a tiff with, shocking, with MJ during BravoCon, okay? But now I got a notification yesterday that she liked the video that I made where Tommy is completely ranting about MJ and completely ranting about Jeff Lewis. So she's also been on Jeff Lewis Live. Now, when you like a video on Instagram, it just shows up as a heart and says they liked it. There's no, I don't think there's a way to unlike. I don't think there's a way to thumbs down. I think you can thumbs down comments on YouTube. I don't think we get that option. I don't know how to check this. I don't know how to check it on Instagram, but I can't say that she's making a statement either way, but I don't think, I'd have to check, that Gigi follows me. I definitely don't have a friendship or relationship with her where she would be checking or looking at my videos on the regular. I didn't tag her in it. So I really don't know why she would be liking this video unless it's just 2 in the morning and she's just kind of liking things as like, it doesn't necessarily mean she liked it, if that makes sense. But anyways, I just felt like, was she making a jab pro Tommy or anti MJ or anti Jeff Lewis or none of the freaking above? So who knows? Okay, Melissa Gilbert, speaking of jabs, because these were so blatant. I made a video about this to check my social media as always. Melissa Gilbert, yes, from Little House on the Prairie, like forever ago, makes this ginormous Instagram post hashtagging Beverly Hills of Housewives, Atlanta Housewives, New York Housewives, and it was just the weirdest thing. Basically, she's saying, look, I'm a huge fan because of my friend Kyle Richards, at Kyle Richards, like letting them tag. It is weird. And I'm a huge fan. And my husband and I were outside the Plaza Hotel in New York City recently. And Bronwin walked by, not Bronwin, Britney Baitman and Jared Osmond, and walked by. And she tells her husband, and the husband was like, well, go up and say hi. She's like, no, I'm shy. I'll feel like a dork. So the husband goes up to Jared, I think, and says, my wife, Melissa Gilbert from the Little House on the Prairie, like literally it said that in the thing. I'm like, cringe, is a big fan. And she was kind of saying how Britney, did like an Irish goodbye and kind of was very quick with her and left. But, Jared stayed around to basically talk about the season and how it was being on, Housewives. And then it lets slip something about Britney says, oh, in the comments, I'm so sorry that you felt I was disrespectful. I would have died to have met you. I'm such a big fan of yours, but someone had stolen my engagement ring out of my purse and I just found out who it was and I had to go take care. We're all like, there was so much to unpack. The long post, the tagging, the hashtagging of everybody, the details, the shading, saying, I don't even think they knew who I was. Well, Melissa Gilbert, I don't know what you were looking like that day, but let's be clear. Unless I was expecting to see Melissa Gilbert on the streets of New York City, if I'm Britney Baitman and Jared, I don't know that I'm going to recognize you either. It's not like you're, you know what I mean? Wait, what? And you could look very different than you do with hair and makeup in the movies and TV shows. You know what I mean? So anyway, I know Cheryl's like, wait, she's engaged. So now we know, because of course I went digging and I'm like, what is going on? She's got a jewelry collab underneath her Instagram where she's like the face of it. I made a video about it. So I was like, oh, they probably made the engagement ring for Jared for free or very cheap. And that's her little collab work. I don't know if that's the case or not. She clarified. I've reposted that on my Instagram though, so check that out. She basically made a video saying this was the first time that he proposed to me and then he took it away, but I made him give me back the ring, but I'm carrying it around with me because he's going to be the one to have to put it back on my finger if he proposes again. I'm like, why are you carrying a diamond engagement ring in your purse in New York City when it's not even on your finger? You're not even officially engaged again. So dramatic, weird. I had so many questions. Yes, Tiva Tamba says maybe she had the time to spare with that long post. I mean, it was a very long post. It's not necessarily the length of it, although it was. I think she had to put the details into the whole story. But it was just like the backstory of like, this is why I'm a fan, is because of my friend Kyle Richards tagging you, hashtagging Beverly Hills. It's like just letting people know it just seemed thirsty, if you will. There was like maybe 150. I'm not even sure. Let me check. Let's check how many comments there are now. Okay, Melissa Gilbert. No, I don't follow them. Somebody had sent me. So thank you, Jesus, for all of you that send me the most amazing stuff because I can't keep up with everything. Did she take it down? No, she did not. Okay, Melissa, it's the picture of Salt Lake City. So it's a little confusing, but look, when I say it was long, I mean, I'm not exaggerating, right? That's a long ass post for Instagram. And then look at all the tags: Bravo Celebrities, at Kyle Richards, Real Housewives. See all the blue? That's all the hashtagging of it all. I mean, so now there's 176 comments, so it's kind of dying out, but that's okay. But I know Heather. Oh my gosh, Britney Baitman. I could literally. Gary Janetti was in the comments. Heather Dubrow was in the comments. Oh my gosh, I can't. Heather Dubrow was like, "This is the best ever," and I'm like, "What's the best ever about it?" Anyways, so weird. Anyways, yeah. Haley's in Kentucky. No drunk at Chumpness. What does that mean? Was there somebody drunk at Chumpness? Wait, what? Babe Star says, I have a feeling Jeff is keeping Joey around for content of the new show. Someone for him to degrade on TV. Oopsie. That's no bueno. Wait, did something happen between Joey and Jeff? Shocking. That would not shock me at all. Okay, let me know if something happened, clearly. Oh my God, Jet says Gary Janetti had me blocked for years for no reason. Isn't it funny how people block for no reason? It's the weirdest stuff. Okay, we do know, we kind of already talked about it, not a big story. Bronwin and Todd have separated. I think they've moved out, what have you. Oh, Joey was drunk at the event. Oh, Joey was drunk and Jeff is mad. Well, that's not the first time he's been drunk. He was drunk at the, what was the thing in, was it Chumpmas? What's the thing they had in Las Vegas? And he showed up late to and he was hungover and drunk. Like Jeff didn't like that at all. Wait, what? Cheryl says, I mean, Jeff talked about a friend that doesn't think he has an alcohol problem and got a DUI. Okay. Yeah. The way I see 8 says Joey Zalzig's been a problem more than once. Oh, I don't know. Kimberly J. Oh, Reddit. Reddit was dragging Joey and then Jeff for how he treated Joey. That's the most destructive sub on Reddit. They were assholes. Well, shocking. They've been horrific about me. I don't even know. I guess there's an SFT Reddit, Sarah from Texas Reddit page, whatever, probably months ago, probably no longer, thank goodness. Okay, we did get an update on Megan King Edmonds. It is not good. We know that she has had the worst relationship with her ex, Jim Edmonds. I think something's going on with her because for a mom to get their 3 kids taken away from them, so that is the update. She apparently gave one of her kids a prescription for, ADD or like a prescription that is not for that child. Then she asked, allegedly, the school nurse to give that medicine to that child. Well, as we know, in 2025, schools are not playing around with medicine. You need to have that stuff in a bottle, their name, the number. I mean, you cannot, I can't just send Advil, cold and flu to the school with my kids. Like they would get in trouble for that. I have to literally go up there and write, McSpadden on it and, the date and how much they can have a day. It's an ordeal. So the fact that she didn't know that as a mom or tried to talk the nurse into maybe doing a favor for her, I don't even know what was going on, but clearly enough that Jim got custody of the 3 kids in the meantime. Now he's been given full-time custody to live with him in Tennessee, and she will just see them for a few weeks in the summers. So there's got to be something going on, like drastically going on. That's really awful. Last I heard, she lived in Salt Lake City. I have no idea if she still does or not. But that's a really bad date for sure. Okay, so Chuck on 90 Day Fiance is Elizabeth's dad. She is married to Andre the Dick. We know that sometime early November, Chuck suddenly, it seemed like, passed away. She made a post a couple of weeks later saying, "We lost our dad a few weeks ago. Please give me time. This has been a horrible, time and everything." So I didn't know anything about him being sick or any reason. So, but then Andre makes a video a few weeks ago and is like, "Hey, there was all these rumors and clickbait. Don't believe it. We'll talk about it when we're ready." Well, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I love 90 Day Fiance. There's, this is my brain that's 90 Day Fiance because there's so many dang couples, right? But I had not seen any information or clickbait about Chuck's passing, but it seemed some reason that they wanted to keep this information private or that they didn't know how he passed away. So clearly, we didn't know anything. Hadn't heard anything, kind of had stopped thinking about it. Then on TMZ, it pops up the 911 call from Chuck's son of him walking in the house and seeing or going into the bathroom and seeing Chuck seemingly passed away already, head face down in a bathtub. It didn't say if it had water or not in it. I have no idea. And bleeding everywhere. And he said that it already seemed like he had already passed away. He's 64 years old. It did sound like it was the son's house. So as far as I know from 90 Day Fiance, Chuck was very successful. So I can't imagine why he'd be living with his son. I assume he was visiting his son. Maybe he had had a surgery or something, it felt like, but it was something very weird. Wait, what? Charlie Charles says, Jim Edmonds is no saint. Seriously, he's married to an ex-porn star and he's had more wives than a Saudi prince. Exactly. No, but again, what's going on with Megan that she lost custody of her 3 young kids to Jim, who is not a saint? That's what somebody said, is that he was recovering from surgery and he had cancer. But why wouldn't they just say that he passed away from complications of cancer? That's not it. You don't. I don't know. I don't know. The son didn't seem. The son seemed shocked and didn't know why he would have been face down in a bathtub in blood everywhere, like at 64 years old. So I had seen that he had recovered from had surgery a few weeks before that, but Elizabeth definitely made it seem like it was a shock, like there was something eventful something shocking. So we still don't know. But I went to her Instagram. They are on their way to New York City for Christmas time, it looks like. Andre had been putting up Christmas lights. You see that Elizabeth had just done a video of her childhood house, which looked like a little mansion. And she's like, "This is where I was raised. This is where I rode my bikes. And this is the woods we used to play in next door. And I wanted to bring my kids and show them my childhood home, how much she's lost her dad and struggling." It was really sad, but there was no mention. I can't even imagine what it feels like. I don't know how people like TMZ get a 911 call. Sometimes it's the next day. Sometimes it's weeks later, like this one was. I don't know if it's a celebrity, if they release that information. I don't know how this would make them feel. There's been a lot of tension between Elizabeth and her siblings. So we know that when someone passes away, it's often not good on siblings. It can either make you very far apart or it can make you very close. I can't even imagine that this would bring them together, just having that information out there, because you know what? if she wasn't on a reality TV show for all these years, like 10 years, and Chuck was too, and don't get me wrong, Andre even did a video saying Chuck loved recording. He loved being on TV. Loved it. That made him so happy. But if he wasn't on TV, then Chuck's 911 call from his son would have never made it on TMZ, and that very private, hurtful information would have never been made public. Does that make sense? I don't know. Mama Judy's, I mean, we don't, you would think so. We're just making an assumption. Mama Judy says Megan is clearly, we're talking about Megan King Edmonds. Megan King Edmonds is clearly struggling terribly. I hope she gets the help she needs. Taking her kids away is just adding fuel to the fire. Oh, they were there for Chuck's funeral at her family house. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Cecile's like the whole family worked for Chuck. Yeah. One thing I didn't love about this video that I saw, and I'm going to make a video about it later whenever I get some time. It's just been a busy morning and, doing my hair and makeup for y'all. No, actually, I went and saw my mentee also this morning because there was another day that I normally go and see her, and we couldn't do that because of testing that they were doing. So I had to see her today. So anyways, that took up a little bit of my time. But this video where Andre is like, oh, one of the last times I was with Chuck, because he's praising him. He's like, I loved him. But he's like, there was so much drama on the show. But in reality, we were sitting there laughing about how they make this TV show about our family not getting along when we really do, which made it seem like Andre was admitting that 90 Day Fiance is absolutely fake and scripted and self-produced. It was giving me the ick, if you know what I mean. Anyways, let me know what you think about it. Okay. I have so much to say about last night's Beverly Hills. Like, episode 2 did not disappoint. We got to meet the new girl, Amanda. I say girl, she's 40 years old. She looks younger. Her fiance really looks younger. So I need to Google how old he is. Super cute. They met on the streets of West Hollywood, actually. Bose did not like that she was saying that she had 4 kids. They were like, 4? She's like, yeah, I have 2 stepkids and 2 of my own. And Bose is like, honey, if I ever had another woman claiming my child, I'm like, maybe the mom has passed away. Maybe she's not alive. Maybe she's in prison. Maybe she lives in Dubai. We don't know. But basically, Amanda was like, I'm raising these 2 kids. I think they're 7 and 9. I don't know what the situation is. Hopefully we find out though, right? Oh, I love that. Michelle says hello from Las Vegas. So late, busy for the holiday time. All the doggies need to look holiday ready. Exactly. No, she did say stepkids, but the fact is they questioned her because they were like, wait, you have 4 kids. Like, don't claim those kids as your own. I'm like, maybe she's really raising them and that is your kids. And she did say stepkids. I kind of thought she did too. Louise says Bose overreacted. I kind of thought she did too. It's kind of dramatic, right? Ugh. Anyways. Okay, it starts off. Rachel Zoe has so much anger for her ex Roger. I mean, she is not holding back at all. I can't even imagine what the rest of the season is going to be like. It feels like it came out that Rachel Zoe actually asked Andy Cohen if she could come on the show. Like, they didn't go and look after her and be like, hey, do you want to come back? She was like, hey, I'd like to come on the show. I want to drag my husband's name through the mud. You know what I mean? Like, she's very much talking about her 2 boys and how that's going to affect them. And the fact that he had a picture of him kissing his girlfriend that his young kids didn't know about. They're 14 and 11. Like, they're probably on social media. Their mom has been famous their entire life. I mean, it's Rachel freaking Zoe. They are gonna hear about it if daddy is smooching a girl on the streets and it's all in the paparazzi. So, yes, Anne Marie says, I needed my Sarah from Texas fix. Absolutely. Yeah, Cecile says, well, it just depends on if she has a mom in the situation. Mama Judy says, Bose is rude. She acts as if she's the expert on everything. Cecile says, my stepdaughter, I don't call her that. I call her my bonus girl. That's cute. My bonus daughter. Anyways, it was very much divorced moms relating to each other and understanding and supporting each other when their deadbeat ex-husbands and dads to their children are not stepping up. I mean, Dorit has a reason for that. Rachel Zoe has a reason for that. Sutton has a reason for that. Kyle Richards was saying, oh, I understand. Oh, I can relate. Who else was it? I mean, literally everybody on there. Bose didn't really say anything about that, but her husband passed away from cancer. So I don't know, pretty soon, maybe after they separated. So I don't really know that, but pretty much the whole dang story is everybody having bad ex-husbands and moments and being assholes. Bose like sets this up. It was just like a volley, literally. She's asking Kyle in front of everyone, like if she's dating. Kyle's like, no, I'm single. I mean, you could tell she was irritated to answer that. I mean, for 2.5 years since summer of 2023, right around 4th of July, Mauricio and Kyle had just posted this big family picture of them on vacation together. And then all this news was coming out, these allegations that they were actually separated, which they eventually confirmed. And then there was all this speculation of her and Morgan Wade being more than just friends, which they adamantly denied for all these 2.5 years. I mean, kind of putting it in our face with that video, I'm going to make you fall in love with me. It was practically a 52-year-old woman on a 28-year-old woman porn. Like it was so, I see that video now with such different perspective. I mean, I almost feel sorry. I almost feel like when Kyle said the word, I was very vulnerable and I was in a relationship with someone right after Mo, this marriage of over 30 years. She was in love with someone. When I love someone, I go all out. I'm willing to share it with the world, but this person wanted things to be private. Did Morgan Wade want things to be private, or did she want all the fame and money that came along? I've never heard of Morgan Wade. I mean, she's got great music. She's attractive. I mean, there's nothing about her that tells me she shouldn't be a country star, but she was not a country star like she is now until Kyle Richards was, stalking her on Instagram and showing up at her concerts and then had a relationship with her, right? For 2.5, 3 years or longer. Kyle, if you have not watched Beverly Hills, Anne Marie, she's like, did Kyle say all this? She said a lot. Go check out my videos. Yeah. Louise says Kyle denied it so much. Now it seems like it's a little too late. A too little too late liar. Mary White says, I'm sure the producers are prodding the cast to ask Kyle about her dating. I think it's hypocritical for Kyle to be upset with Mauricio about PDA after that video that she and Morgan aired. I mean, so much hypocrisy going on between Kyle and Mauricio. Like so much. Oh, Jet, we can't say that out loud. We have to think that. But I'm going to say it. Jet said, I just want to give Rachel a bag of chips. I mean, her arms in the promo, the intro of Beverly Hills. I'm just saying. It's alarming. Cheryl says, yeah, I watched Rachel too, and I hated how they used an employee's idea to launch their home line and then fired him. Oh, old school Rachel Zoe drama. Yes. I think so too. Cecile says, I think that's the way that Kyle was raised, is to be very private. But she's saying, look, I've put my whole life, my personal life out in the public. I've done Beverly Hills for all these years, 17 years. We did Buying Beverly Hills. We put our public life out there. She's basically saying I was willing to do that, but the person that I was in love with was not. And ultimately it ended. It was very It was very sad. But before that admission to Erica was her going over to Mauricio's new house that he's renting in the Hollywood Hills, a very sexy, nice house. And it's awkward because he's like trying to chat with her about how awesome it is to be banging new people and the passion and she's just looking at him so disgusted, like, I don't want to hear that from you. Like, I don't want to, if I've dated, which I have, I don't want to discuss that with you. And I don't want you discussing that with me. And he was like, oh, yeah, I guess so. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, you're not buddies. You were married for 30 years. You raised 3 children together and a fourth Farrah part-time. Like, what? No, Louise says, does anyone not know that she's talking about Morgan? Kyle, does she realize she never really kept it a secret? But the fact that she was out and out blatantly lying when asked about it now lets us know that it was Morgan that wanted her to keep that secret, and she was trying to be respectful that that's what Morgan wanted. Mama Judy says, when Kyle was with Morgan, she didn't want Mauricio. When she dumped Kyle, suddenly Kyle might want to go back to Mauricio. Exactly. She's like, the thing is, he didn't really tell me when he rented the apartment. He didn't tell me when he stopped renting the apartment and rented a house in the Hollywood Hills. So how is any of this, good for us talking about probably resolving our issues and maybe getting back together? And I'm like, you are not getting, like, what's that song? Taylor Swift, because we are not getting back together. What's this? Y'all know I can't sing. It was so weird. Anne Marie calls herself a boomer. I'm not shocked, as Kyle has never had super feminine vibes. Sorry, I'm a boomer if that kind of thing shouldn't be said. Girl, we can say what we want around here. We understand what you're saying, but be respectful, which you were. I don't know. I don't know. Tracy says Kyle still really loves Mauricio. Mauricio seems to be the one that checked out. I mean, there was rumors for a long time that he cheated. There was gay rumors about him. I don't know what's true. I'm just saying, now that she finally admitted it, Kyle, we now know we're not crazy. It was the biggest gaslighting of all. It was so gay baiting of her to put this in our face, to do that video, to show them, when Morgan was like rubbing her hip when they were about to go on Watch What Happens Live. Like, I posted that video and I'm like, what are we doing here? This is not a friendship. None of my friends massage my hip, my ass, if you will, when we're about to go on a live TV show. Like, y'all were so not good at hiding things, yet you were absolutely lying about it, yet triggering us in that sexy video, the traveling with each other. I mean, adoringly looking at her up in a concert and videoing like you're her biggest fan because you were sleeping with her. You were, you know. So Jet says the only thing that makes Rachel semi-interesting is that she's in a broken marriage situation. For years, she presented this little perfect husband front. It was nauseating. Yeah, and she's not acting like, oh, this suddenly, like 3 months, she's acting like the whole damn marriage was bad. I mean, yes, never ever getting back together. Thank you, Tracy. That's how you sing that song. Yes. There was a big argument with her and Brad from the guy that's married to Gary. Yeah. What is Brad's last name? Y'all don't know. I'm going to go. Louise says, that's interesting, Cheryl. I didn't know that she had fired Brad too. I did know that he worked for her. Yeah. Yeah. Garcelle, Gabby's like, I can see why Garcelle was frustrated. Probably because they knew all of this, and yet they were kind of maybe asked. Although it did seem like Dorit did not absolutely. No. I think she did say on Watch What Happens. Andy said, is this why it was upsetting to y'all? It's because y'all knew this. I think she said yes. It's just that they would always break up when filming started. In other words, there's no storyline here. Nothing to see. Nothing going on. Don't look my way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, Lisa in Kentucky says, "Look at Brad now. He and Demi Moore are tight, and he's her designer." Yeah. Wait, who? What does that mean? Brad Goreski, thank you. Does Louise says, "Does anyone here know Jenny's number?" Who Jenny who? Jenny Poulos? No. I have Jeff Lewis's number. I do not have Jenny Poulos's number. Who's Jenny? I'm so confused. We're not even talking about a Jenny. Do we have a chumpette Jenny? Jenny. Who is Jenny? Okay, somebody let me know what she's talking about. Anyways, very weird. I don't feel like many people are talking about this. Hey, Kathy. Y'all have met Kathy several times. She's amazing. And she teaches body pump. Are you still teaching body pump, Kathy? I know you never join us live. Thank you. Anyways, very weird. I just don't feel like many people are talking about it. I feel like they think they can't, like, because it's like her sexuality. I'm like, she admitted it. Like, we can talk about it. That's what we do. She's paid to put her personal information out there. She is a reality TV star. She's a celebrity. Like, this is her job. Like, of essence, we are her not employee. We are her employer. Like, we pay the ad money, for her to be on TV. Like, wait, that's a song? Does anyone who knows what it is? Anne Marie says it's a reality show. Bravo should have forced her hand or told her that she had no place on the show. They did it to Robin Dixon of Potomac when she wouldn't talk about her private life. Exactly. That was weird. Tiva Tambos, what about Sutton and Erica having a spa day together? That was so weird. They're not friends. What was it? A hair massage, a hair mask? They were doing Sutton's hair for some reason. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, it wasn't even like a shoulder rub. It was weird. They're not friends. That was weird. Speaking of weird, oh my God, I'm about to do a video on this too when I get some time. Why is nobody talking about Erica's confessional outfit? Let me find it. It is so loud. There's the letter E all over it. I don't even know what that means. Oh my God, did I delete it? Jeez Louise. Where would it'd be in my deleted file? Oh well, I'm not going to go there, but she's wearing a very loud outfit that looks like Dorit could have worn it. It looks like Adriana, maybe. No, Adriana wouldn't wear that on Miami. Who else would wear that kind of thing? Nobody from Orange County would have worn that. Nobody from New York would have worn that. Maybe Bronwin. It was very costume, like this blue and red, something or other. It was very weird. Oh, I think he's always stoned. That's so true. Louise says Mauricio seems so stoned on last night's episode. He gets that giggle. Thank you, Anne Marie, for reminding everybody to hit the likes. There's 115 people on here watching it live. We only have 41 likes, so make sure you hit that thumb up. Jenny, I got your number. Y'all are cracking me up. Y'all always confuse me. Yeah. All of their outfits, all the glam looks like a lot of work. I'm like, I don't know that I love them showing them talking to their glam. It's one thing whenever they FaceTime with another housewife while they're getting glam, like that seems to be just part of the situation is that they're getting glam, but then we're also talking to a housewife or their husband or their kids or something. But when they're just showing them talking to their glam, I'm like, you're not best friends with them. Like, what are we doing here? Mary says Erica's outfit seemed like a lot of work and glam for a confessional look. It was a lot. I mean, I sort of got somebody said on the video again about Jen Shah, where they were reaming me for having the take that I did about her having glam. I'm like, no, I'm not dogging her for that. I was like, but it's like she just knew the setup. She knew the cameras. She knew the flowers. She knew the balloons and the signs were all going to be set up at the airport. And she could have said, no, let me just get home and meet with y'all and reunite with all of y'all privately. And so somebody said, well, this is her job. Of course she gets glam for the airport. And I'm like, okay. So weird. Okay, y'all quit talking about Jenny and for a good time call. Y'all totally confusing me. Okay, Amanda. She's got money. I'd never heard of her. I don't know who she is. I guess she writes books about women and money and finances, so I'm all for that. Yay. She clearly has enough money to buy Kyle Richards' former house. She doesn't say her boyfriend bought it. She says that she bought it and lives there with her children, her 2 stepkids and her 2 whatever. We know from Watch What Happens Live, Dorit didn't even hide it, that she had a good first impression of Amanda, but things go awry very quickly. So I do know the song, but we weren't talking about that song, so it confused me. Yes, very shortly after though she did. SLW says the Chrisleys didn't even get glammed up before they arrived at home. Exactly. Um, yes, Amanda, I just talked about that. Louise says, do we know how Amanda got her money? From writing books, and I don't know, maybe she's got a lot. I don't even know what her last name is. Do y'all even know what her last name is? It's interesting to see. Like, I did this with Aaron Leachy because I had, when they introduced the new New York Housewives at BravoCon 2022 in New York City, or was it the 2023? God, how long have they been on? I can't remember. Anyways, Amanda, I don't know her last name. I have no idea what her last name is. But anyways, it'd be interesting. I did this with Erica with wait, what? Yeah, I did this with uh Erin Leachy, where when I started following her, she had like 40,000 followers. Now she has like hundreds of thousands. So um anyways, who is Amanda? The new girl in Beverly Hills that was on last night. She's apparently gonna argue with Dorit or have some drama. Um, what else? Jennifer Tilly. I just, for y'all, convince me. Like, why are we Jennifer Tilly fans? I'm not seeing it. I don't see her as a good fit. I don't love the name tag brand of it all. Everything is, this brand and this what and what this cost and I just don't love it. I don't love that she's like, I don't like hosting. No, I want a housewife that wants to host parties at their house. Like, I want to see your house. I want to see you at your house. I didn't love the naked men. They weren't even that cute. I don't think a wiener is attractive, especially a flaccid wiener hanging out inside in the backyard with their tan lines. I don't like the idea of like 5, 6 naked men with their wieners hanging out, like being like maybe one man, and everyone draws that one man. It was weird. It was a fail. They started fighting. The food didn't look that great. The drinks didn't look that great. It was just a lot for nothing, it seemed like. I'm not even sure the point of that. I'm not really sure of the point of Jennifer Tilly on Beverly Hills either. Okay, Dorit wins it for me, though. I think she's more likable now that she's dyeing her hair a little bit less blonde. Like, I liked when she had the brown hair moment. I loved her hair on Watch What Happens Live last night. Even Andy Cohen gave her a compliment, which, trust me, she has had some crazy ass hairstyles and they are not all wins for me. She tends to put like diamonds in her hair and clips and 14 bobby pins and braids that look like they weigh 60 pounds. I mean, she's had some interesting looks. Last night, it was just flowing. It was just these light curls. It was moving. It was bouncing. It looked so healthy. Could have been a wig for all I care. I don't know. But Andy Cohen even gave her a compliment. She was like, wow, I never get compliments from you. Like, wow. She was so raw. She was so just relatable about PK. She was just so open and honest, basically saying, she's seen her son, Jagger, just change his personality because of this divorce and how he misses his dad, and that PK was, overseas, living or working, living, whatever, for a few weeks. So they're not seeing his kids, their kids. She says that he's doing things just to make her life hell. I mean, it's awful. Andy Cohen, somebody asked if, because remember, PK is like one of his gigs, allegedly, is that he is Boy George's, I don't know, manager, I think he lived in their house at one point, like their back, casita or something. He was clearly at several of their parties. There's been pictures. I found a picture of Dorit that didn't even look like Dorit. Trust me. Just Google Dorit and Boy George, and you'll find one from like 2002, and you're like, that's Dorit. That girl's had some really good work done. Trust me. But they go back like 20 years, clearly. And she said that Boy George hasn't even called and checked on her. He is clearly in the camp of PK. So she lost Boy George in that divorce, which is no, oh, do they owe money for the taxes too? I can't even keep up with all these people that have no money, yet they're a housewife that's supposed to have a bunch of money. Wait. What did Mama Judy say is very classless? Mama Judy said, very classless and very bad taste, in my humble opinion. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Cecile says, Doritos is classless. Pay your taxes, lady. Who's Dorothy? Dorit, is that what you mean? Cheryl says, I think Dorit is phony because she lacks confidence. Oh, well, I think that's what's going on with a lot of celebrities. A lot of us normal people, we look like, phony because we don't have any confidence. I think there's a lot of people that put on airs of money that they don't have. And I don't love that the housewives are doing this. Even when Salt Lake City was probably the, how do you say, poorest, the most normal housewives franchise when it started. They have some money, but it all came out eventually that even Jen Shah had gotten rid of her other house and rented the nice house that she had. Like, these people are renting houses for filming because they don't live in a house nice enough to be on TV. They're having to spend money on hair and makeup and get clothes and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Mama Judy said that Tilly's party was classless, but I'm a legit boomer. No, I'm 52 and it was classless. Am I a boomer? I don't know what I am. What is a 52-year-old? I was born in 1973. Is that a Gen Z, Gen X? I have no idea. I just know I'm not a millennial. Those are like 30-year-olds, right? And what are people now? What are the young kids now? What are the 20-year-olds now? I don't even know. It's so weird. Yes, Louise says, I'm so glad that Andy Cohen made it clear before Jen Shah got out that she's never coming back. Yes, that's what it was called. Sandy says, Amanda wrote a book called Rich AF. I'm Gen X? Oh, that sounds so young. Wait, am I Gen X? That sounds young. Cecile says, her walking into Bose's house with all of them bags really pissed me off. I had to fast forward through it. I know. It's like they act like spending money they don't have, right? When they got two nickels to rub together. And then she's talking about PK is giving her all these bills and just expecting her to pay them. I'm not a boomer, but Mama Judy is. Anyways. This is what I hate whenever I wash my hair, is that my hair falls out. When I just put it in a new pony, well, it falls out too a little bit. But anyways. Okay. It was just very raw. And at one, she just looks at Kyle because she and Kyle are not getting along for years. And she feels like Kyle is taking up for PK and that she probably kind of lost Kyle in the divorce, and maybe PK and Mauricio became friends and kept Kyle. I don't really know. But it was and she's like, how do you think that makes me feel? Can you even understand me seeing a child like not even look like himself anymore? And Kyle's like, yeah, I do actually. Like, hello, I have 4 daughters that are going through a split up with their parents also. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've related to that. You know what I mean? It was very interesting. Mama Judy was born in 1953, definitely a boomer. Cecile, a boomer, 1962. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up soon. I still don't understand. Has Kyle said is Kyle just being quiet? I'm like, has she said anything on her Instagram about this? Or I wonder what Morgan is thinking right now with this air. Like, if they're not, Kyle has 4.3 million subscribers. What's it called? Ooh, the cuteness. Okay. 15 hours ago, she's just acting like nothing's going on. She's doing videos of donkeys, the sunset. She reposted a picture of her dogs, Amazon Live. She's not posting anything. Okay, let's see what Morgan is saying. Morgan Wade. I wonder if she's lost. Morgan Wade has 360,000 followers. I wish I knew how many followers she had. Oh, Kathy Hilton follows her still. Kathy, you might want to unfollow Morgan Wade Music. Oh my gosh. No, unfollow her. Wait, is Kyle's? Oh, it won't show me. Sometimes it'll let you search a name. It says we limit the number of followers shown. Whatever that. We have 3 people that mutually follow us. Oh, because Kathy Hilton follows me, and then Brooke Shelby, and then Bravo and Cocktails. Okay. Anyways, no stories up on Morgan's Instagram. Let's see if she has any. Nope. The last time she posted was November 24th and November 26th. It's all about her music. Oh, and working out. Here's to 31. Oh, she's 31 now. Oh. Oh my God. Wait, looks like she has a wiener. Wait, what? Oh, good Lord. Okay. Anyways. Workout video. Oh, Luna just moaned so loud. She's over there by the door on the floor. And she just went, okay, y'all settle a debate for me. When I do this, my son thinks it upsets her. I was told that dogs like this. Dogs like this. Watch. Luna. Oh, 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 Wait, does a dog like that or no? Like, y'all let me know. Michelle, I thought you told me that meant that they felt like they were part of the family, part of the pack. I don't know. Yes. Oh, she's still moaning. Ah, you're such a sweetie girl. You'll say hi to Luna. Where's my camera? How do I say hi to her? It's so dark in here. Hold on. How do you say hi? Luna. Oh, now she's going to ignore me. Never mind. Yeah, is that a good thing? Do dogs like that? Do y'all do that with your dogs? Oh my gosh. Oh, a snow day in Kentucky. Oh, it made y'all's dogs. Oh no, I made your dogs get all upset. That's so funny. My dog is giving zero reaction. Dolly Girl says. Tia Tamba says, y'all got my boy up. Oh, I didn't even think about it affecting other dogs that are listening. Anyways, what did y'all think? I am so excited for Beverly Hills now. So excited. Although, you know what I have no notes on? I mean, Sutton. 0 notes on Sutton. And Erica she just sat there and had the talk and that confessional outfit. I have nothing written down about Sutton, as if she didn't even do anything. I mean, I guess she went to the spa with Erica, but that was weird. Yes, y'all loved it. Tiva Tambo says, I love last night's episode. Oh my goodness. That's not what Google says about the lost generation. What's a lost generation? I don't even know. Anyways. 118, what? Cecile, 180 to 1900. I don't know what that means. Anyways. Okay, well, I've got a couple of videos to make. I'm so glad I have hair and makeup done. I won't look like, I never wear hair and makeup or wear hair and makeup, do my hair and makeup. Oh, I could have read that a different way. Lisa says, I woke up to 5 inches. You know how I read that. Like, wait, what? When did you get a man? It sure was beautiful. I posted all my dogs on TikTok out in the snow. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. Anyways. Really? Oh, I don't know. I think she loves the money and the fame that comes along with it. Tiva Tampa says, I think Kyle's getting ready to retire from Housewives. Ooh, I don't know. I love y'all. Kimberly says, ooh, I need to wake up to 5 or more inches, please. Anne Marie. Have a good weekend in Scotland. Yes. Yes, Avi. Lisa says, I hate to say it, but Sutton's kind of boring without her assistant, Avi. I know. I'm just saying. Anyways, well, have a fantastic weekend. The holidays are coming up on us. If you don't have your shopping done, try to get out this weekend to get some stuff or do it online. And I will see you Monday live at 2 p.m. Eastern right here. Thank you. Bye, y'all.